This is how a 22-year-old went from washing dishes all the way to closing deals in real estate. Guys, my name is Ramiro Brito. Welcome to the RB Talks, to the Real Business Talks. This is episode number 1. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I would love you guys to like and subscribe if this is your first video with us. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, guys, today I'm just gonna talk about how I went from being a dishwasher all the way to closing deals in real estate and making more than $10,000 to $15,000 regular a month, right? So when I was around 18, 19 years old, I arrived from Mexico here to the United States. I was born here. I grew up here for a little bit until I was 8 years old, second grade, and then I moved into third grade to Mexico to live, and then that's where I grew up my whole life. Now, I just came back when I was 18, and I got my first job, which was being a dishwasher, right? I went from being a dishwasher all the way to then a line cook, then a food runner, then I became a real estate advisor here at AZ & Associates. Now, guys, I want to talk 3 main points to you guys that has changed my life completely, from making $2,500 to $3,000 a month to $10,000 to $15,000 a month in just 1 year, guys. Absolutely just 1 year. So 3 things. Number 1 is getting a mentor. Number 2, doing bold moves. And number 3, networking. Number 1, getting a mentor. A lot of people, when they're starting their business, they don't even know where to start. I don't know if you're maybe doing an e-commerce, where to get a supplier. If you're doing marketing, you don't even know who to start marketing to, where to even start. That's what a mentor comes in place, right? Me, when I started doing real estate, I had absolutely no idea where to even start. And that's where I found my mentor. It's just been absolutely insane how much change in my life has been gone through thanks to me associating and getting close to people that are absolutely killing it, where people I want to accomplish or be close to. And just to say it super quickly, right, is I want to associate myself to people that I want to do things that they're already accomplishing, right? Number 1 is them making 6 figures a month, them making around $100,000 a month. That's something that I want to do. They're already doing real estate. That's something I want to do, right? So me being associated with people that are making that type of money is crucial for me to start setting expectations for myself, to start associating myself to something that I like to say is I create my new normal. I like to create my new normal. How is I hear conversations of my mentors saying $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a month are slow months. That for me is absolutely life-changing money. But once I start hearing it, once I start assimilating myself into these circles, it starts becoming my new normal, right? Second point, which is bold moves, right? Something that my mentor told me too, as well, as when I used to be a dishwasher, what was happening, or when I was a food runner, right, is that I was making $2,000 to $3,000 a month. I felt very comfortable. I would just work, go back home, play Fortnite, play video games for around 4 to 5 hours, literally, and then call it a day, right? I was paying around $800, $700 a month because I had roommates as well, so everything was very comfortable. I was playing music, but nothing ever big. But in between, when I was a food runner, right, I was around 21 years old, 20 years old. I actually got associated into real estate, and that's how I met my mentor. And my mentor told me something that I'm never gonna forget, and is that if you really want to do a change in your career in real estate, and is that you have to go all in. How so? By leaving your job. Now, I don't recommend this to anybody, right? But that's what worked out for me. And what I told myself is that once I get my first deal closed and I have $5,000 in my savings account, I'm gonna leave my job. Now, I remember being in my job, my 9 to 5, I was literally miserable. I had awesome coworkers, but as well I had horrible coworkers, right? But I would go like, man, I don't want to go to work. I'm so miserable. I'm always super anxious to go into work. Like, I don't want to fuck up. And man, I would even pray before going into work. So doing that was one of the most happiest things I've ever done to my life, is literally going and quitting my job to go dedicate to real estate. And man, my real estate career jumped like never before. I started closing deals up and right after I left my job, because now I have more time to, number 1, network. I have, number 2, more time to invest that into my clients, into my leads. And number 3, I'm able to get closer to my mentors and to my people that are actually surrounded in closing deals. So yeah, guys, that was huge for me. I did a bold move. And another huge bold move was getting this high rise, right? I was, doing around $700 in rent. And my mentor told me, another mentor that I have, that he is the owner of the brokerage, told me, if you really want to succeed, is that you have to do a bold move, something that's going to be very uncomfortable, that's going to put stress in you, that's going to tell you, man, I have to close a deal because I have rent due. And man, being in this high rise has made me incredibly good numbers by, number one, social media, and number two is networking, which I want to pivot into the third point, networking, man. Networking has brought me into some circles that I thought I could never get associated with. A great example, right, is getting into private jets, a PJ. I never thought in my life that I can get into a PJ, and I actually got to experience what it's like being inside a private jet, right? I got to experience people that are doing $100,000 months, which is normal. I got to hear people that are saying that are doing $1 million projects. Man, I got to go to Miami. I'm going to Vegas this year, man. Networking has absolutely changed the route in my life, where now I see that it's so important getting to know people, because now I consider myself to be that connector. Even though I'm 22 years old, I'm still young, I'm still building up my relationships, I love to say myself that I'm a connector. When I have somebody that's like, hey, Ramiro, do you know this person? Yes, I do know her person. Hey, Ramiro, I'm looking for this. Do you know anyone? Of course, it's this guy. So just being there, bringing value to people has always been amazing for me, and that makes me the most happy, is just connecting people and seeing other people succeed, man. So, yep, guys, that's a little bit that I wanted to talk about, and it's just 3 things: getting a mentor, number 2, doing bold moves, and number 3, networking. And it's something that's been absolutely crucial to my life, that I was able to move from making $2,000 to $3,000 a month to doing $10,000 to $15,000 regularly in just a year. Now, projected right now that I have, and which are goals for mine that I know I'm going to accomplish, is making $30,000 a month, which is totally normal. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the RB Talks, the Real Business Talks, here with Ramiro Brito, your host, Ramiro Brito. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope this brought a little bit of value to you guys, and anything that I can do, DM me if that's something that interests you, and let's keep getting it.